and welcome to this unboxing video for Privateer Press's Spring Cleaning Mystery Boxes. So, this is their third set of mystery boxes. So sad I didn't take part in the second one. And I ordered, again, just like with the first one, the full set before they no longer guarantee the lack of duplicates. There's also 2 Wells of Orboros in here, because I started playing Ouroboros recently, and, well, they're cheap compared to most huge base models. And awesome. Regardless, let's get to this. So this time around, there is a lot of models in here, as usual, but there's also a lot of paraphernalia, like regular stuff, books, pins, plushies. I wonder if my shredder collection will grow. Regardless. Oh, I forgot to do this way. So let's see what we get. I'm hoping Crix isn't in here, not because I don't love Crix. Because, oh god, do I love Crix, but if it's in here and has the usual starter box and such combination, it will be my third starter box, my second unopened one. So, any other factions would be more appreciated, certain ones over others, but I'm not going to get into that because there's a lot of factions. I'm assuming there's no smaller factions in here, so no Grimkin or Convergence. But, yeah, it's a big giant box. I'm going to put it down over here. Yay, and right off the bat, I got the thing. I see the thing that I wanted the most out of all of this, which is kind of sad because it definitely didn't cost what I paid, but this isn't the only thing that I got. I got a Death Flash! Yay! Again, I do actually love Crix. Tusks are a little bent out of place over here, but I imagine my one friend can help me with that. Otherwise, except for a couple loose threads, which, oh no, that actually happens a lot with plushies. I'm really impressed when it doesn't happen. It is just... Chicken Jack! I still don't know what the skulls are from. I don't really care, but... So, that was on top, and then we get into a lot of game stuff. And a lot of this is really just crammed in here. Shipping notice. This big black box, I'm guessing is a Well of Orboros. Either that, or they gave me something else of their Black Anchor line, which would be surprising. Black Anchor, again, being the models you can only order from them. They're kind of like Forge World, except Forge World now, not Forge World originally. And it's always been owned by them. And the point is, Forge World originally wasn't owned by GW. Oh yeah, this is a Well of Orboros. This is a larger model, and I've already had to open it, so I will show it off like I did with the Scar 3. It is a huge base model. Woo! And it is gorgeous. This isn't even the whole thing, but like, here is the very base of it. It is a basically constantly flowing magical waterfall of floating rocks. With more water bits, the various stones, and the way that they arrange this whole thing is wonderful, because it's just like floating stones, and then they use the bits of water to actually finish the illusion of things are floating, because the water's solid, it's plastic. Let's see here. Oh, and then there's a little ring piece that also goes around the base. I was wondering what was over here, and that was it. Okay, so, huge base model. Didn't really need a box this big. Probably could have fit in one of the boxes that would fit this. Maybe a little wider because of this in the base, but use what you got. Regardless. Also, more foam is always welcome for packaging. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, goody! One of them's Legion of Everblight. As we start off with Grotesque Raiders and Banshees. Time for more magnets. Yay! So these are basically the more mutated versions of their shock troops. The thing I saw first was the Nephilim Bolt Thrower. I have one of these from the starter box. I'm guessing now I'm going to have 3 if there's a starter box in here. Time to play the stacking game over here. Then we've got a unit of Blightedness Archers and Blightedness Swordsmen. I actually have a pewter version of the Nis Archers with their command unit attachment now. Alright, let's see what else we got. Another box of Grotesques. Then we got a Nephilim Bloodseer. Nephilims are, they're basically most of their light war beasts. I think they have a couple heavy Nephilims, but they're war beasts, born of the wombs of blightedness mothers who will die in the process of the birth, because it will rip its way out. Then we've got a token set for them. Yay! More tokens! Oh, there's some single models in here, too. What I'm guessing is the other Well of Orboros. Just gonna take a quick look at that. Let's try the other side. Or the original side. Or that's the bottom of the box. It's like a USB cord, except dumb. Yes, this is the other Well of Orboros. Yeah, I bought Field Allowance. I say many times with this game, this is the one game that if I could, I would buy everything up to its capability. I mean, everything. Not necessarily alternate art models, but I don't mind getting those either. I'd still, like, wouldn't want the alternate art model on top of the Field Allowance. That would be as part of it. Then we got some other token sets right on the top. Universal Effects, Fire, Corrosion, and Disruption. Actually, this I'm very thankful for, because this is something that's not supplied enough in any of these. Here's the Menoth normal one, by the way. So, yay! More Menoth! Purging things by fire! Woo! So, again, this box is going to be full of a lot of paraphernalia. About a third of each of the 4 orders is paraphernalia. And this is a... I suddenly can't remember their name, but it's the Everblight Heavy. One of the originals. They're fun. Nice and forward. Both in your face and from a distance. Then we've got Khador token set. Token. Another set of universal tokens, except this one is Blind, Knockdown, Shadowbind, and Stationary. Very nice. I like how the blind looks. It's a skull with blind written over the eyes, like it's a... let's see here, what else we got? We've got a Khador Jack. I suddenly can't... I think that's the Demolisher. More universal tokens. Corpse and Soul tokens. I actually have the pewter soul tokens. They're very nice, but I've lost track of a couple of them, and honestly, I'm always worried that I'm going to end up just ruining them. Plastic ones are nice! Especially since I do actually play a lot of armies that are just like, nom nom souls and corpses. I like evil things. Alright, then we've got... Oh, this is a little bit of a disappointment, but hopefully somebody else will want it. So, mixed in with the Khador stuff is Commander Harchev, the Iron Wolf. I say this is disappointing because this is one of the few Khador Warcasters I bought before buying a mass lot from a friend of mine. So, overlapping Warcaster, not even an alt sculpt. Then we've got a Fire, Corrosion, and Disruption again tokens. Ooh, yay! Considering the fact that I have a role-playing game on hold, it will be nice to have the tokens for that. Also, those can just be nice for role-playing games in general, as long as they're using a map. Then, Scorn. Hi, Scorn. You're lovely. You do horrible things. Your currency system is atrocious. It's slavery. Okay, then we've got the Colossal Kit for Khador, the Conquest, and Victor. Again, I'll magnetize this. I've actually done the Kraken/Sepulcher. It's right there, actually, and it is fully magnetized. If people would like me to post just the assembly video of that, rather than waiting till the painting is done, please say so. I will, without question, put it up. But it is fully magnetized, and I will be doing the same with this, is the point that I was making. And I actually have a Conquest. It was in said lot that I got from a friend. Okay, next we've got a Repenter. Flamethrowers, yeah! What is it? In my current Shadowrun campaign, my character and the rest of our Shadowrun group have been running into supernatural diseases. Yay! His attitude is just, I'm gonna learn to cleanse everything with fire. Okay, and then, ooh! Man of War Shock Troopers! I still really want to do the Man of War list. I also want to do the Grey Lord list as well. Let's see here. Next up, we've got Exemplar Cinerators. Yay, more exemplars! So glad that there's various varieties, but now there's a lot of them, just like with the Grey Lords and the Man of Wars. So, need to sort all that. Then we've got the Guardian Indictor kit. Yay! Menoth was actually the second army that I got into, if you don't count mercenaries. Especially because back then, I don't think you could count mercenaries. Then we've got some Scorn stuff with the Praetorian Swordsman and Keltari. I never know how to pronounce most of their stuff. A more clear image, because all of these, including the other dual kits, have it on the back. Again, I'll want to magnetize these to save money, because, yeah. The only way I would not do so, is I buy full field allowance of both. And some of these are unlimited, so I wouldn't buy full field allowance of unlimited, because A, that's impossible. Another one of the same exact box, so they didn't double up, just some of the boxes of units are doubled up. I'm fine with that, because most of these are not field allowance 1. And I am at the point, like, just getting this one alone was risking getting stuff I already owned and couldn't use. In fact, next up is the Judicator Revelator kit, the Colossal from Menoth. I now have 3 of these, counting this one, because my a different friend had 3 with the second mystery box, and like he's a heavy Menoth player. I wouldn't say his main faction, but he's like me, he has a lot of different factions at once. And I bought the 3rd one from him, but now I have a 3rd. Which means I get to get real funky with it, like, you know, modifying it and stuff, or find somebody else who wants it. Then, oh, here's another one I have 3 of. The Desert Hydra. This thing is gorgeous, which is why I had a first one, and Scorn was in my set of armies, as was Menoth in my other mystery box. So now I have 3 of these. Yay! So these 2 are probably getting sold off, is the point. Not that I don't appreciate having them, it's just there's nothing you can do with the 3rd one until you get to a multicaster game, and even then, would you really want to? 2 of them is questionable enough as is. Ooh! And then we have the Berserker chassis kit with the Berserker, Mad Dog, and Rager. I actually wanted to make a list of, like, bunch of these with Karchev for a while. Still kind of do, but it's not as effective as it would have been in late Mark II. Not that I really care about effective lists, I care more about having fun with the game. Alright, we're getting to the bottom of that box. Alright, so this is a coupon for 15% off as a thank you. I knew this existed in the box. In fact, seeing that posted made me remember, oh hey, I should order this. Because they posted it as a general picture. We got another pin. I believe it's a Judicator? The mace-wielding Menoth heavy. And then there's more stuff! And it looks like we're on to books at this point. Now, I'm not much of a reader, but this is one of those things that I might actually read a lot of. But who knows? I'm still trying to constantly read Wrath of the Dragonfather, which I have on PDF because of the Humble Bundle. It was just like, here's all the books. So I probably actually have most of these on PDF already. Alright, so, first handful. We've got Tales of the Invisible Hand. Skull Island Presents. And one of the ones that I will definitely want to read because it fills in gaps, Active War 1 Flashpoint. This is one of the books that fills in major events, to my knowledge, of the 2-3 year gap that happens between Mark II and Mark III. Alright, some other small books. We've got the Black River Irregulars 1, The Black Dogs. This is the people that you play as in Undercity. Didn't realize that originally, but that's them. And I think, 2 of them now have rules for the War Machine game, and I think you're actually supposed to use the miniatures from Undercity, because to my knowledge they're not available otherwise. If anybody knows that answer, please do correct me. I'm not the only one amongst my friends wondering. Then we've got another Iron Kingdoms Chronicles. The Privateers, Watery Grave. I do have a pirates list. It is fun, especially with this guy, Shay. Bum Rush, everything. Because, yeah. Or, the ultimate fun of turning a tree into a pirate. That's doable in this game. Gallows Grove, specifically. Alright, and then we've got what look to be 4, maybe. Nope. Yeah, 4 faction books. And they are the 4 factions that were here. One of these I actually already have, so a friend wants them. And my best friend is not so much into the game, but that is the one faction that they're into, so maybe they'll take it. It is the Mark III faction books for the 4 factions that were given to me. That, again, being Menoth, Khador, Scorn, and Legion. So, 2 of the ones that were given to me last time, and 2 other ones. I was actually very happy that Khador was in here this time, and I'm always happy to get more Legion, because I have fallen heavily behind on it, even though it is my second largest, or at least it was for the longest time, second largest faction. And that's it. Box is empty. Just cardboard box. Whee! I didn't hit my cat, right? Right? I know he did. He went out the door just a second ago. I wouldn't have thrown it otherwise. Alright, everyone. So, that's everything in this order. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to press the like button. If you think somebody else will enjoy this, please share this video. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and press the dislike button. I won't mind, but please leave a constructive comment as to why. Also, feel free to comment in general, such as if you want to see any of this stuff unboxed individually, or if you want to see any of it painted earlier than I would normally. I will try to do videos for the larger stuff. I'm not really doing videos for units anymore, but if people want to actually see that, you need to ask before I paint them. In fact, with these specifically, if you just want to see them painted, I have a whole unit of them just assembled. Not the point. Or if you want to hear any of my thoughts on the WarmaHordes game, including the upcoming Infernals army, which, again, I like evil things. Or the Iron Kingdom setting, or any of the other stuff from Privateer Press, including doing stuff from the video game. And if you want to see more like this, be more unboxing videos, my board game overview videos, or my painting videos, and anything else that I do on this channel, feel free to subscribe. Regardless, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.